Scales and Shadows, exploring the enigmatic world of lizards. Among the many different kinds of reptiles that can be found on Earth, lizards are among the most fascinating because of their wide range of sizes, forms, and behaviors. There is a vast variety of environments that lizards can be found in, ranging from deserts and forests to grasslands and rocky outcrops. Lizards have adapted to flourish in a variety of environmental situations. Throughout the course of this exhaustive research project, we dig into the complicated world of lizards, uncovering the nuances of their biology, behavior, ecology, and the conservation problems they confront in a world that is always changing. A lizard's unique anatomy and physiology, which have been perfectly tuned for life on land, are the primary factors that contribute to its success. In addition to their elongated bodies, scaly skin, and unusual limb form, lizards are members of the order Squamata and are distinguished by these characteristics. The majority of lizards, in contrast to snakes, have 4 limbs, each of which is typically equipped with claws or toes that are designed for climbing, burrowing, or grabbing. Their skin is covered in scales that overlap one another, which protects them from mechanical injury and desiccation while still allowing them to move freely and with flexibility. There are a variety of adaptations that lizards have developed in order to accommodate their particular ecological niches and ways of existence. Arboreal species, such as chameleons and geckos, have specialized toe pads that are covered in adhesive lamellae. These pads allow these animals to cling to vertical surfaces and travel quickly through the trees. Fossorial species, on the other hand, such as burrowing skinks and sand lizards, have bodies that are more streamlined and have decreased limbs, making them ideal for their ability to navigate underground tunnels and burrows. There is a broad variety of environments and ecological roles that lizards all across the world occupy, and these morphological adaptations reflect that diversity. Lizards engage in a diverse array of behaviors, including sunbathing in the sun, foraging for prey, and guarding territory where they have established themselves. There are a great number of animals that are ectothermic, meaning that they rely on heat from outside sources to control their internal temperature and metabolism. As a consequence of this, it is not uncommon to discover them sunbathing on rocks, branches, or other platforms that are elevated in order to take in solar radiation and warm their bodies. Maintaining physiological activities like digestion, muscle movement, and reproduction requires this behavior, which is crucial for carrying out these functions. Lizards vary in their social interactions with one another based on the species and the environment. In order to communicate with other members of their own species, certain species, such as anoles and iguanas, engage in complex courtship displays and territorial behaviors. These behaviors include the use of visual signals, head bobs, and dewlap extensions. In order to ward off potential predators or competitors, some species, including the blue-tongued skink and the desert horned lizard, resort to bluffing or intimidating their opponents. The complex social dynamics and ecological stresses that lizards experience in their native settings are reflected in the wide range of behaviors that they choose to exhibit. Through their functions as both predators and prey in intricate food webs, lizards play an essential part in the functioning and dynamics of biological ecosystems. They are insectivores, which means that they consume a wide variety of arthropods, such as grasshoppers, ants, and beetles, and hence contribute to the regulation of insect populations. In addition, certain species of lizards, such as the green iguana and the chuckwalla, are herbivores. They consume leaves, flowers, and fruits, and they play a role in the dissemination of plants and the predation of seeds. To add insult to injury, lizards provide a significant source of food for a wide range of predators, such as birds of prey, snakes, mammals, and other reptiles. The number and variety of these organisms make them an important source of food for a wide variety of carnivores, which in turn contributes to the preservation of trophic balance and biodiversity in terrestrial ecosystems. Additionally, the activities that they engage in while burrowing can aerate soils, encourage the cycling of nutrients, and create microhabitats for other creatures, which further enhances the resilience and stability of the ecosystem. When it comes to their survival, lizards are confronted with a multitude of dangers, the most significant of which are the destruction of their habitat, the fragmentation of their habitat, and the effects of climate change. The destruction and deterioration of lizard habitats has been caused by deforestation, urbanization, and the extension of agricultural land. This has resulted in a reduction in the number of food sources, nesting sites, and refuge locations that are available to lizards. There are also additional issues that lizard populations face, such as pollution, invasive species, and human disturbance, which can change the quality of their environment and increase the amount of pressure they are under from predators. Changes in temperature and precipitation patterns, disruptions in reproductive cycles, and changes in the availability and distribution of food are all consequences of climate change, which makes the obstacles that lizards face much more difficult to overcome. The distribution and abundance of lizards can alter as a result of rising temperatures, with some species expanding their ranges into higher latitudes or elevations in order to avoid the warmer temperatures. On the other hand, other species can experience range contractions or local extinctions if adequate habitat becomes unavailable or if climatic conditions become unfavorable. In conclusion, lizards are key components of terrestrial ecosystems, as they play crucial roles in the functioning of ecosystems, the cycling of nutrients, and the dynamics of trophic levels. By gaining a grasp of the complexities of their biology, behavior, and the ecological relationships they have with one another, we will be able to put into practice efficient conservation methods and management techniques that will assure their continued existence. The dangers that lizard populations are currently facing can be mitigated by the implementation of projects that focus on habitat protection, restoration, and sustainable land management. This will allow us to conserve the lizards' biodiversity and the ecological contributions they make for future generations. Let's admire lizards' fascinating worlds and recognize their vital contributions to ecosystems. Let's work towards a future where humans and lizards appreciate each other and protect their ecosystems. Subscribe, like, and share this video to join our community. Take action today to assist